It's Donna here from Badger State Speechy. I'm a speech and language pathologist, and I like to help people improve their social communication skills. So, what we're going to talk about today is how can we connect more with other people? And one of the ways that we form friendships, form relationships, form more personal connections with other people is through our conversations, right? So, we're going to take a look at something I developed today. It's called the Conversation Response Scale. And what it is it's a point scale from 0 to 3 where we rate the contributions that our conversation responses make. So, let's take a look at that.
So let's take a look at the different responses. Now, a 0 point response is typically a noise or a filler like huh, or hmm. Using fillers as your only response implies zero effort in the conversation and therefore a zero rating. Now, if you were to follow that up with more of a response, then you could potentially go to a higher number on the scale. A 1 point response in a conversation is often either one word or a very short response. An example would be replying to a yes no question only using yes or no. Another example would be just answering with a simple comment like, cool. It's a contribution to the conversation, which is great, but it really doesn't do much to maintain it or keep it going. Now, a 2 point response is one that serves two functions. It serves to contribute to the conversation and it serves to maintain it. 2 point responses are great starts and they're awesome for chit chat, but they might not support you establishing a more personal connection with another person. But hey, they are a great start. Now, a 3 point response is basically the trifecta of responses, and it serves three functions. Like the 1 point, it contributes to the conversation. Like the 2 point, it maintains the conversation. But the 3 pointer is one that helps you build that personal or emotional connection with the other person. The 3 pointers, again, are the trifecta of responses if you are looking to build friendships or strengthen relationships that you have with other people.
All right, so let's take a look at some examples at the different levels. Let's say someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, Donna, how was your weekend?" And perhaps I would give them a 0 point response like, "Huh." That's all I'd say is make a noise. Now, basically, a noise or a filler like huh or that's zero effort on our behalf. So that rates a 0 on the response scale. Now, if that same person says, "Hey, Donna, how was your weekend?" And I respond with, "Okay, but that's all." That's a 1 point response. Now, at least I'm contributing to the conversation and I'm showing a little bit of effort. So that's good. But it doesn't really support me making a connection or maintaining that conversation with the other person. Same scenario. They say, "Hey, Donna, how was your weekend?" And this time I say, "Good. You?" Well, that takes us up to a 2 point response because I'm both contributing to the conversation and I'm maintaining the conversation by taking on that question. You? Now, still not quite to the level though where we're going to want to support a friendship or a personal connection. But if someone says, "Hey, Donna, how was your weekend?" And I say, "Good. Did you get to go on that bike ride you were talking about? It was such a beautiful weekend." That's a 3-point response. I not only contributed to the conversation and asked a question to maintain it, I asked a question that was a little bit more on a personal level. I tried to get some detail from the person. And by mentioning that I remembered they were going on a bike ride, that's going to help me establish a friendship or a relationship with that person. So, bottom line is if you want to have more friendships and make deeper connections with other people, you should really go for having more 3-point responses in your conversations. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel.